Busy hands, busy hands. Good evening, everyone. It's Led Zamplet here. It's been a while since I streamed. It's been a pretty busy work season for me. It's been a while since I streamed. So here we are on a pretty busy Wednesday evening for me. And I've taken a little bit of break from War on the Sea. I'm gonna get back into that. I gotta finish that campaign up. But I gotta tell you, I've been kind of hooked on here lately with flying with some friends. I gotta finish that campaign up. Over on Yasta 5, to which I'm a recruit. And I've been doing a lot of reading over on Yasta 5. Just switch over here to VR Mirror. I've been doing a lot of reading. Well, they're going to show up. There we go. So I've been doing a lot of reading about World War I, Great War airfare or air warfare. So I've been doing a lot of reading about. So, anyways, been war airfare or air really inspired to. So, anyways, I'm getting a little bit of an been still an amateur of the streaming stuff. Really inspired, but anyways, been reading a lot of literature in World War I, Great War airfare or air warfare, and so this is about as accurate of a flight simulator as you could possibly get. So for those of you that are kind of new to the streaming or to my streams, this is a game that I hold in very high regard. I'm actually a recruit in one of the flying squadrons on here. So I'm going to fly with them this evening, and we're just going to have a good time. This is me having a good time, kind of flying, being a hunter, being hunted. This is what it's all about when you fly in the Great War, the First Great Air War, 1914 and 1918. So, anyways, let's hop right into it. I got clearance from the squadron commander that I could stream, so it's all good, whatever we hear on Discord. If anything gets too little out of hand, then I'll obviously cut out. If things get too distracted, I'll also cut out of the stream, or excuse me, cut out of the Discord. Because in the end, this is here for your entertainment and my entertainment. If I'm hearing a lot of stuff on Discord that's not entirely entertaining, I'm just going to check out. And if I check out, you check out. So, anyways, allow me to be in control here of some fine entertainment this evening. Flying in IL-2 Sturmovik and the Flying Circus VR DLC. So here we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who did I get. Oh, I don't know. I don't see anybody shut down on their sides.
Well, if you took out their motor, it wouldn't show the death, so it could just be a motor kill.
All right, boys.
I had a blown motor, but I dead sticked all the way back to base, and it said successful landing. So I assume the parser.
Yeah, you may still get ditched in the possum.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
Well, not ditched. You might get what is it called?
Emergency
landing.
landing.
Landing, yeah.
So that guy gets credit for me.
Alright, so anyways, while everyone's sort of yapping off, kind of muted on Discord, but I certainly want to join the conversation, but I just want to be able to get everyone kind of apprised of what we're about to do here in Flying Circus VR. We are currently, well, let's put it this way, it is, what is it, March? It's probably about this time of the year, March 1918. General Ludendorff and General Hindenburg have absolutely become determined to take, first of all, Amiens, a major rail hub. Is this Amiens? Yes, it is. So in Operation Michael, this is the last desperate offensive of the Great War launched by the Germans in the West. They had just defeated... There we go. This is Theater 2, right? They had just defeated the Russians, right? And the Russians had collapsed, and they had become a communist state shortly thereafter, after the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. That gave the Germans a chance to completely transfer the entire bulk of their army from the east over to the west. And in that time in which they were fighting on the Russian front, they had also learned brand new tactics in order to break through the front. Now, I can't believe I'm talking about all this because this is an air combat game, but I think it's pretty important to understand that Operation Michael was a huge last desperate attempt by the German army to win the war before us, the Americans, can step in and set shit straight, so to speak, as we've done in the past 2 world wars. So anyways, yay America. Here we are, though. This is before we've arrived at the front, and I'm actually playing the bad guys, right? I'm playing the Germans, Central Powers. My wife always says we play the bad guys, but, you know, I'm a political agnostic here, right? The Kaiser who was who he was, and this was a different time. And I like flying from the east. I've got awesome aircraft. So let's go ahead and jump right into this because let's see here. I'm going to jump right back in and figure out what our mission is. So let's hop right in.
Got a low contact out over the mud.
All right, Mueller, you're CO right now. What's the airfield you recommend I take off from? And what's my mission? What's our target? Where's everyone at? So I can find a scrape.
We're up with Klugerman and them. I just dead stick back to flow court. Seems everyone's taken off out of flow court.
Flow court? Okay.
Got Klugerman and Throw Wobbler are up with Wolf. See if you can meet up with those guys. I don't know where Adam is.
I took off from float court. I'm over, I'm near the southern balloon right now. At about 1,000.
Alright. I'm going to take off in a DR1 again. We get used to this plane, man. I like this plane.
Mailer, did you manage to work on your map at all? Mission?
Oh, no, I didn't put any work into it today at all.
Alright, let's go through our flight procedures here. I'll cut back in, I'll figure out what my mission is. In the meantime, I don't even have my damn joystick in front of me. So, alright, here we go. So let's fire up the engine. I gotta make sure I got the right fuel mixture. So the DR1 is, I think, the only German aircraft that you actually have to deal with fuel mixture. So I've been learning a lot from Mueller, and as a matter of fact, I got a tasty beer I'm gonna open up here and grab a little sip, and we're gonna go take off. We're going to figure out where my clanmates are. and go win one for the Kaiser, I guess. Alright, so let's fire up the engine. Alright, so here we go. We're going to get airborne, and then I'm going to check back in on Discord and figure out what the general target area is. And then when we go tactical, I'm going to tap right back in on the Discord channel so we can communicate in combat. Alright, here we go. We're airborne. Currently heading north. We want to head northwest. Let's take a look at the map here. So that's Bapaume. Is that right? Northwest? No, that is, what the hell is it? See, I don't know the Thiepval map very well. This is a problem. So we're going to head towards the front. I'm probably checking the Discord. So, okay. So one of the things I'm having to learn in this game is navigation. Land navigation. I got a string of... I'm heading northwest from Flocor. That's the Somme River. Okay. So now I recognize this is the Somme River. I'm going to head towards the balloon, and I am going to check in on Discord so I could go tactical with the Yasta. So stand by. Let me go back to Discord.
I've never seen anyone on it. I went on once, and it's a
Motion, there. I just climbed up to 2K and after just came on, so.
Are you guys defending the southern balloon? Is that the last thing I heard?
Well, yeah, but that's nothing really to defend from, so.
Okay.
You don't have anything in the end.
Well,
Except for anchor.
so head towards Thiepval, I guess.
This is Carl Marksman. Is he one of the Rammer guys that everyone's complaining about on ACG? Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of complaints about ACG and Rammers.
Look at 150 guys in ACG. I mean, the one guy was trying to beat them with squad and stuff. That's cool.
The ones that fly on here that really we have problems with. I've never had any problems with.
Well, I mean, Talisman, you know, he was in a discussion last Sunday about ramming, and he's like, you know, oh, he's one of those guys, like, oh, get over it.
Alright, so we're gonna do our own fucking thing. I don't know what's going on over at command. Well, that's all cool because it's an easygoing night. We're not doing anything major. And there's not a whole lot of enemies, so I think we're going to go up against some AI up here. So let's hop in. And let's head towards the front, which is this giant gash in Earth, right? This huge scar. And this is what amazes me. And this is the river Somme, right? Below me, vaguely. This is the Somme River. In a single day, I think about 16 to 18,000 British lost their lives across this front. Not very wide. It was about, what is it, about 20 kilometers? I mean, let me work my rudder. So from about there, stretching all the way across here, 16,000 British soldiers, or 18,000, I don't remember, lost their lives in a single day. Amazing tragedy. Horrible tragedy. And they were the so-called PAL battalions, right? They were basically people that got conscripted. Well, they didn't get conscripted, I'm sorry. The PALS battalions, they were volunteers. It was, you know, just imagine the people in your neighborhood just all joining up and having to go to basic training together, and then go to war together, and then you hear the whistle and climb over the ladder, and you've been told, hey, artillery took care of everything. You're fine. Artillery, I've been hearing that shit for 2 weeks, all this artillery. All you gotta do is just walk across the front. Right? And you and your buddies from your hometown that you used to play guns with, and cowboys and Indians, you know, whatever, GIs versus Vietnamese, you know, as kids. You hop up there, over the ladder, and you're walking down no man's land. Now you start looking around, bragging. Sure as hell could gap my mouth off and shot down. But anyways, you know, when that happens, and it's like, honestly, can you remember what the heck I was talking about? So let's pay attention and see what's going on out here in the airspace over the Somme. But yeah, you know, I grew up in a small town. Had some great friends in high school. One of them's my business partner. Glad to have him as a business partner, you know. When you're in small business, a lot of times it's not unlike the gumption to go to war, right? And it's all about risk. And in this game, the good thing is, all you actually risk is a good score, because this game will actually keep track of your points for actually shooting down opponents and landing safely. And I honestly can't remember, maybe 4 or 5 kills was the most I've gotten in this game before I died. Or 6. I think I made ace. I don't know. I've been told by my CEO that there is a leaderboard that you can actually check your stats about who you've actually shot at, how many bullets have hit whom and whatnot, but it didn't work. But I'm very curious to see how that all looks. And I gotta tell you what, man, just kind of swerving. I ain't looking around because in any second I can get jumped. Many times I've been jumping this game. So I'm probably going to jump back in Discord. I don't know. See what the tactical situation is. If I don't hear anything that's useful, we'll jump back into just me flying around and just bullshitting around and flying and looking for a fight. That's what it's about. Alright, stand by. Let's check what's going on at this point.
God, just lit me up. Exploded in midair.
So is any of our guys flying from the west tonight?
This fits. That fell full of holes. It's not fucking okay. That's right. That came around right in the face of the gap. Yeah.
So you can turn the icons off in the other map.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we're back. Nothing's going on Discord tonight. You know what I like about the DR1 though? Is that I could like step away to drink a beer or change my Discord channel or whatever, and she will always like recover. It is like a natural, it's almost like a glider. My dad always said that once you let go of the controls of a glider, it will stabilize itself out. The DR1 doesn't quite do that, but it is very easy to recover from releasing from the controls. So I've been trying to get used to the DR1, and it's iconic. It's obviously what the Red Baron flew. But I actually prefer the Falls, which is a very sturdily built aircraft that dives pretty well. The thing I love about the Falls is that it climbs naturally. These aircraft do not have trim tabs, so you've got to constantly keep your control, your hand on the joystick, because there's no trim tabs. And anyways, what the hell is yapping it up? What I am looking for is some trouble, which I don't see any right now. The last thing I need is for a camel to jump my ass. That's happened many a time. So here we are over Thiepval, which was, a major stronghold for the Germans in no man's land during this time, but As I said earlier in this stream, Operation Michael was bent on breaking through this particular line here and advanced several miles. I really need to remember how far the Germans actually reached. And so the Flying Circus DLC of IL-2 Sturmovik, which is what we're playing, is it's based on Operation Michael, right? It is the spring of 1918. It is the height of the Great Aces. I honestly don't know when McCudden and Mick Manick and them had died, but Richtofen had certainly died by April of 1918, right? These were the great World War I aces. And they were aces, the ones that survived later in the war were more about flying in formation and, you know, conveying to their peers and their subordinates the warrior code, but also the skills and the experience needed to actually stay alive. Because, well, look at these things. This plane's getting buffeted by the wind. It is basically a powered kite, not far evolved from a powered kite. You know, it's actually got, I don't know what horsepower engine, but at least I guess 100 horsepower. Alright, anyways, yapping off, and this is about what time you end up getting shot in the ass. Currently at 1,000 meters. I don't see any British. I've just been flying here, just chilling out. But I'm going to keep an eye out. So anyways, Operation Michael is where the Germans learned their stormtrooper tactics and learned how to break front lines by basically just infiltrating them, right? Just penetrating through the enemy's front lines, surrounding strong points, because the fronts had just sort of widened out so much that the trenches became more about strong points, and they were obviously fully manned all the way from the Channel Coast to Switzerland. So the Germans had practiced infiltration tactics to good effect in the Eastern Front, brought it to the Western Front, and managed to break through. But I think sometimes there's probably, at least, I don't know, I'm not an avid historian or anything like that, but is it Peter Morser? I can't remember his name, but he wrote Myth of the Great War and all that good stuff, and great book. I've actually got another book of his that I'm reading right now, which is looking around, make sure I don't get my ass shot off. The Battle of Verdun. And so anyways, he contends that the Germans at all the time had, you know, superior tactics. And I don't know, maybe I'm coming around to the school that Douglas Haig probably had a lot more going against him than probably warranted, right? Douglas Haig the British commander of the was denigrated by later history for essentially being the donkey that led the Lions in World War I. But, you know, from what I'm reading a little bit more is that Haig learned from his mistakes. I mean, in a sense, he's almost like a General Grant. That, see, you can call General Grant a butcher, and I'm sure here in the southern United States there's a lot of people that agree with that from the old school, but the man was a brilliant tactician, and he learned from his mistakes, and he made several mistakes, and perhaps you could argue Douglas Haig did too, and he learned a lot from the technological evolution of armored warfare, and especially observation. I mean, having read the books by Peter Hart and Ian McCarthy about World War I flying, I learned that Haig was defeated in the 1912 maneuvers by his rival, I can't remember his name, solely because of aircraft. And even after Haig lost in those army maneuvers because of his forces were properly reconned by the OPFOR, he was still not a believer up until 1914, towards the end of it, which I guess he was a Corps commander at that time, I think. And anyways, you know, Haig was World War I's just a very unique war, and I think Haig reduced it down very methodically, and he didn't get a whole lot of credit for what he had done. A lot of people give credit to British stormtrooper tactics, but the British in themselves had also developed their own tactics of infiltration. Now, I admit, I don't know to what extent. The British were well versed in infiltration tactics. They learned it from the natives of the entire empire that they conquered. And that's why the British, during, you know, in the trench lines, they were adept at night raiding, because it was something that there were viable tactics that their NCOs probably learned in all the colonial wars that they fought against their enemies of the empire. You know, you're talking about Zulus, Sikhs, everything else. And the British adapted that in their raiding tactics in the trenches. So anyways, I tend to think it's, you know, I'm not a historian, but my tendency is to think that it's bullshit to think that only the Germans can be credited with innovations of Auftrags tactic, which is to say, you know, distributed chain of command at junior levels in order to accomplish very discrete objectives in the battlefield, namely strong points, infiltrate strong points. You know, if you got a captain leading a company into a full charge across the trenches, that company commander gets shot up. What the hell is your men gonna do? You know, I mean, sure, you got a sergeant, just keep charging forward, but you know, all they've been given is a divisional objective, not a discrete objective such as take that strong point or whatever. And so you definitely credit the German way of war as pioneering those mission-based tactics, but as I've also been reading, the British themselves were also, here we are right over at the airport. Look at that town burning to hell. And I'm surprised I haven't been jumped. I mean, I want to be jumped and get someone freaking shoot me down. I've just been over here yapping. I haven't encountered anything. It's low night. Anyways, man, it's cool to sort of fly here and wait for someone to joust with. It's definitely a slow night on the food park. What a hellhole. So the Germans here at Theophil had basically fortified this town. I mean, look at it. They basically turned it into a makeshift fortress. Managed to hold this front for quite some time until they withdrew from the Hindenburg line, or withdrew to the Hindenburg line, which was a withdrawal point, I think, I don't know, about 40 or 60 miles or whatever, maybe even 20, behind the original front lines over which I'm flying. Right now I'm flying southeast, away from Theophil, so let's turn back. Actually, I'm not convinced that's Theophil. That's Mialta. Alright, so let's fly north along the front, see if we can find ourselves a scrape. Currently at 500 meters and flying. And I need to keep an eye out. I might check in the Discord here in a second and see what's going on. If I find the boys converging on a target area, I will immediately head in that direction, but so far as I can tell, it's free for all evening. So I've been debating about whether getting the Track IR 5, and I was definitively going to get it until I did a last minute check on what Track IR I have, and it was actually a Track IR 4. So I may stick with what I've got, because I gotta confess, I'm also interested in playing over Flanders Fields. And the reason why is that, and also return back to Rise of Flight, is I want to fly some early war aircraft. You know, I want to fly Eindecker E3s. Over Flanders Fields apparently has a BE2. I want to be able to, you know, I've read a lot about the scandal of the British aviation manufacturing industry focusing on the BE2C. Which was clearly an obsolete plane. And I actually want to fly one. I want to see how fucking bad that piece of shit is. Just because I've read the history of it, you know. Still heading northeast along the side of the front. Take a sip of beer. So I actually got my Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine tonight. That was a pretty deep shot. My left arm's a little bit sore, but I was told that I'm probably going to have sniffles and headaches tomorrow. So, kind of deal gets here. But I'll tell you what, it's been a hard year. Shit. glad to kind of get that out of the way. It doesn't mean I'm not going to stop taking precautions. Ooh, excuse me. But, tell you what, nobody knows nothing about this whole virus, so... What you got here? I thought I saw a flash of something. Anyways, glad to get the shot out of the way. It's a Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine. There's the upfront. Oh, I ought to find some action over here, but hell, I don't see any. Now it's gunfire firing up, so it looks like we may have. Yeah, that's anti-aircraft fire right there. Alright, let's head in that direction. Let's go find ourselves a crate, boys and girls. Look at this plane, man. Love it. Love it! Alright, cock these MGs. Let's drink up a beer. We're going in for the kill, boys. Or be killed. Tell you what, man, these pilots, they went through a horrible fucking time. You know, everyone's got a romantic notion of it, and there's undoubtedly a romanticism that attaches itself to Great War air flight. But, you know, these guys went through some really horrible shit. You gotta think that flight wasn't but 12 years old. That's, you know, about as old as the iPhone or something, you know? The difference between no iPhone and iPhones being everywhere. And, people just kind of had to, these kids had a lot of hot blood in them, you know? They wanted to... Saw some gunfire down here, but it's flip my engine a little. Shit, did I turn my engine all the way off? I cut my engine for a good while. It's like, is my engine gonna restart? What the hell? Sorry, I got paranoid. I thought I heard a funny sound, and I ducked, man. Can't tell you how many times I've been jumping this game from nowhere. So I'm gonna do a weave over Thiepval. I gotta remember, when I turn a DR1, I gotta keep a left rudder. And I'm currently at 1,200 meters. There he is. I got contact. Already I got contact. Where is he? There he is. Shit. I got contact. Where is he? He dove out of here. Alright, let me climb. I don't see him. dove away. I don't know if that was an AI or human, but I'm gonna go ahead and climb altitude. I've got myself an opponent. He's got his eye on me, but I don't have my eye on him. I don't know where he's at. That's a problem. Shit. Stalling is a problem too. There he is. There he is. What is that? That's a Bristol. Alright. Cutting in, diving in, making my attack. Shit. Oh, that wouldn't be a problem in my falls. God damn it. Oh. If I was in my falls, I don't know a triplane very well. God. Where'd he go? Alright, let's gain altitude. That was a Bristol. I spun out. Thank God this DR1 can recover. I'm still trying to learn how to fly the triplane. I'm mostly a falls player. With the falls, with its monocoque construction, it can dive, it can absorb a lot of damage. It is a tough puppy. This plane is like, oh man, it's like a kite. I mean, look how sharp it can turn. So anyways, I lost contact with the enemy. I'm over here yapping. I got flak over the front. We got a dogfight. Okay, here we go. He's going down. That's a Bristol right there. That looks like a high Spad or a high Camel. That's a high Camel. My boys are outnumbered right now. So that looks like an Albie down there. That looks like a CL2 or an Albie. Oh, that's a triplane. We're good. We're good. Oh no, that is. Alright, here we go. Making our attack. He's got a tail gunner though. That's German. Son of a bitch. That's fucking German. I almost shot his ass down. Is there anybody left? Well, looks like we're a happy family right now. We're heading towards the, we're heading west. Looking for a scrape. I'm good with that. So the beauty of this game is that it's black. Very side front. So they're changing vector. formation. Yeah. Cheeky bitch. Oh my god, I need to be in Discord with my boys. Hang on, let me get on Discord with them. Lovely cartwheel, boys. Oh.
Not a huge spell.
Looking on to a nation.
Oh jeez, my drum stopped. Oh good. Just crashing these trees here.
Enough of that. Alright, I'm jumping into tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, so this goes.
Can we take any aircraft? Both sides?
No, it's certainly not you. Headed the opposite direction. Get a little distance.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright.
There you are, okay.
I have no idea how to see trenches or any other ground targets, so I'll take top cover.
I don't know, 20 or 30?
Okay.
No, it's good. Oh god. It's good up until
Literally.
That's good up until my last one. I cut my throttle instead of Aaron's throttle.
Make sure you did the same thing.
Okay. How much did you take?
40. I didn't. I just started flying. Okay. I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want anything on there. Fly along the road. When I reach the turn around now. He hit something.
Oh, damn, that was good. Rotor rod's broken.
Uh-oh, the freaking speed.
Hey, what?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, we got black.
Is that you exploded on the ground?
Yeah, I got it, dude. The spin.
That's the worst, man.
I got
Was that you?
I'll get on tomorrow after I get back and work on my blade. So I'll try to put it good. I'll get out to it. Good. Right now, yeah. Alright, good night. See ya.
See ya.
No surprise, many bogeys over the Allied Airfield. Star Airfield.
It says I can't pick a deer. Fuck. Oh, there's nobody. Okay. Okay. You want to try D17s?
I have zero control on my plane. I can't jump out. And, oh, yeah, I guess I can still fly.
There, I'll go.
Just couldn't come down.
What plane do you want to fly? How do you want to fly?
7 or volts? What?
Let's do Voltus.
Yeah, good fight on the last day.
Sure, San Diego.
Sure. I'm still in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be. I'm dead. Not doing the funny works.
Okay, I'm about to be in the shit here. I want to mute everybody out. I lost sight of them. There they are. We got 2 bogeys, 3 bogeys. I don't know what the hell that is. There's a high one up there. Whoop. We got gunfire down here. Is that one of ours? Let's keep my nose up. What's my mixture looking like? Oh, I have an RPM. So I changed my fuel air mixture in order to get a little bit more RPMs out of my engine. It's gunfire over the front. That is on the Allied side, so those are our planes causing that gunfire. He's high. He's probably about 3,000 meters. It's one of ours, so it's gotta be. No reason to be that high on that side of the world. Okay, that's gunfire meant for me. Got 4 bogeys over there. Probably about 2,000 meters. Let's go ahead and climb. Just keep an eye on them. Those two make me nervous. I'm gonna head in that direction. Deep over the front. I'm a lone wolf right now. I think those are our guys. Yeah, I can go on Discord and try and find out. There's no point in that. They're well ahead of me. I'm gonna go back over the front. I don't know what the mission objective is over there. No one ever told me, so I'm gonna go back to the front. And see if I can spar with someone down there. I love the rattling of the spars and the wings when you take hard turns. That's what it was, man. These things were crickety old machines. Sewing machines with wings. When you're like, oh, what we got there? When your lawnmower has half the horsepower of these aircraft. Alright, I'm taking pretty close flag. So just kind of be on the lookout. Let's kind of zigzag. Let's not get the flag to zero in on me. And we're going to weave from side to side as Mueller kind of taught me yesterday about flying the old DR1. I am bound to attract attention. What I'm trying to do is kind of learn how to work the rudder nuances in VR1. This game is all about gunnery, situational awareness. Whoops, yeah, see, wrong way. Well, it depends. She can turn on the dime though. Problem is, I'm lost as hell. Where am I? Heading east. Where's the front? That's Bapalm. Up there, I believe. Yep. Well, I want my pilot to live. He's got 2 kills. He hasn't died yet, so he's still trying to get A status. Go ahead and dive a little bit. 1,000 meters. Change that fuel mixture at 65%. Lose a little speed by making some turns. I don't have a speedometer, whatever you call it. I forgot to take all my basic cockpit instruments. Okay, we're below 1,000 meters. Let's rev up. Continue hitting east. Towards Bapalm. Emil Emmerich is having an uneventful flight today, as is very common in the, so yeah, we ain't out of this shit yet. How many times I've been hunted down because I wasn't watching my ass. So, Emil Emmerich yesterday got 2 kills on 2 sorties. He survived both sorties. This is his 3rd sortie. He's going to land. So Emil's got 2 kills thus far. Trying to figure out how to fly by looking at your tail. I'm sure that's something Apollo astronauts have to go through, right? All you can do is look behind you and fly straight as an arrow. Dive. There you go. Easy enough, right? Not that I could have ever been a Apollo astronaut. Hell no. Not the physical requirements, that's for sure. Alright, where is this airfield? Got it? Oh. Yet. It's gotta be up that road. Where's the fucking airfield? Got it. That must be it right there. Yeah, it vaguely looks like it. No, maybe not. It's gotta be along this road. There it is. Let's go ahead and decrease altitude. Go ahead and make a landing. I want to preserve my life. I want to make ace. I don't know if I thought I made it, but I didn't know that there's actually a way to check to make sure. But here we go, we're gonna try. Coming in for a landing. This Air Start airfield is the hardest fucking airfield to land on. Shit. Ground looping, ground looping, ground looping, ground looping. Oh. Woof. Alright. My viewers may think that that was a boring ass flight, but when you're actually doing this shit, this is pretty hardcore stuff. Very intense. The idea is that I'm trying to make ace. I've already made 2 kills yesterday. So, anyways, I didn't have any luck this evening, but I don't know. We'll see about streaming something else. I got a little bit more time tonight, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll talk with everyone soon.